Today we are going to learn to divide with a double-digit divisor. Okay, just a real quick reminder first of the terms. What's in the box right here is the dividend. The part right here is the divisor, and the answer is the quotient. So when you hear me use those terms, you'll remember what they are. Okay, when we have a double-digit divisor, that means we've got two digits in the divisor. So we've got, like, let's put 12 in here to start with. And let's divide, let's say 364 divided by 12. Okay, first I'm going to show you the partial quotients method using this, and then I'll show you the standard using this. Okay, that line was not very good. Okay, so again, I'm going to think of a scenario. I'm going to think if I have 364 pieces of candy, I'm going to share them equally with 12 people. Now, this is a lot more people to think about, and I'm going to but I've got to keep them in my head. But over here, I'm going to just keep track, over on this place right here, I'm going to keep track of how many pieces of candy one person will get, because each person is going to get the same amount. Because remember, when we're dividing, we're sharing equally. Okay, so on this one, when you've got a double-digit divisor, you sometimes have to make guesses and come over here and check. So I think each person could get, well, if each person got 10 pieces, that would be 120 pieces that I could use up, because I'm going to times it, my 10 pieces of candy that I'm giving them, I'm multiplying that by the 12 people. And that's not, I still have a lot more candy. So I'm thinking I could probably give each person, so I've got 12 people, I could give them each 20 pieces of candy. And that's going to be twice that up there, so that's going to be 240 pieces of candy. And I like that number better. So I'm going to give everybody 20 pieces of candy, and that'll use up 240 of the pieces of candy, because I checked it over here already. So then I write my 240 here, and I've got my 20 right here. And I subtract it to see how many pieces of candy I have left. I have 124 pieces left. Well, up here, I noticed that if I gave everybody 10 pieces of candy, that would use up 120 of them. So I know I can give everybody 10 pieces of candy. That used up 120 pieces of the candy. And I have 4 pieces of candy left, and I cannot equally share that with 12 people. So I can come over here now and look and add these together. And each person would get 30 pieces of candy with 4 pieces of candy left over. And that is how you use the partial quotients method for dividing a two-digit divisor. Okay, now we're going to clear that, and we'll use the standard algorithm. So let's say we have 524 pieces of candy, and we're going to share that equally with 15 people. Okay, so we have to keep in mind our 15 people, and we also need to draw our place value divisions, because again, we have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. And again, we're going to do one place value position at a time, and think of that as if it were just that many pieces of candy. So if we had 5 pieces of candy and we were sharing it equally with 15 people, with our 15 people, we could not give everybody a piece of candy. So we could not give everybody any. We did not use up any of our candy yet. We'll subtract that. We'll bring down our tens. Now we have 52 pieces of candy to share equally with 15 people, and that we can do. I'm thinking it's going to be, go in there maybe, let's try 2 times. Remember, you have to come over here to the side and try it, because you want to get an exact amount with using the standard algorithm. Let's see, that's 30. I think I can go more than that, so let's try it. That's 45. Just to be sure, we're going to try 4. Yeah, that's too many. So this is how many times it'll go in. So I can give each person 3 pieces of candy. That'll use up 45 of the pieces of candy. And I subtract it. And I bring down my ones. Now I have 74 pieces of candy. Well, I know that if I give everybody 4 pieces, it's going to use up 60 of the pieces of candy. So let's try 5 pieces. Let's see, it's 25. Oh, that's not, I can't give everybody 5 pieces because I only have 74, and that would use up 75 of the pieces of candy. So I can only give everybody 4 pieces of candy. That uses up 60 of the pieces of candy. And I have 14 pieces of candy left over. And everyone then could get 34 pieces of candy, and there would be 14 pieces of candy left over that somebody has to decide what they're going to do with. And that's how you divide a double digit using the standard algorithm.